Good morning, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Today's check-in will be for yours and theirs. Like always with yours and theirs, take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with yours and theirs, as energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. Having said that, your person that I see on this board today, yes, may include the energies of a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, ex of 5 years ago. I never know until the cards are on the table. But I would also ask you to make space for those other perfectly common elements in life, such as work, family, spiritual influence. But as I say, take what resonates, leave what does not. And do keep in mind these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all. I know that's frustrating, but it's also normal. If that happens, check other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Oh my goodness. You guys, what's up? What's going on? You know, I'm recording this one several days in advance. That way I can have as long a weekend as possible with family and friends as we do celebrate the 4th. And if you do, happy 4th to you all. Happy long weekend if you can get it. For those of you who don't, I hope you just have a fantastic day, like always, or at least as I try to encourage. Remember to take some time to yourself. That's always a good thing. But I've already kind of decided the next round of in-depth readings will be for yours and theirs, as this check-in type tends to be much shorter. It goes a lot faster. That being said, message lengths, you know, I am aware the past several messages have been quite long, pushing those 4 hours. And sometimes with some check-ins, such as the past, present, future, tend to run quite long. But for me, like the bi-weekly check-in, the intimate tarot, oh, yeah. We were pushing that 4-hour bracket. But I tell you what, guys, what can I say? When you're feeling it, when you're in the zone, you just go with it sometimes. And I think I briefly mentioned at some point I was intentionally doing less, taking on fewer assignments, that kind of thing, stuff outside YouTube. And I've just had more space and availability, so I was just feeling myself and relaxing into the readings. But yeah, getting soon, they'll go back to their kind of normal length between 3 and 3.5 hours. But man, those were nice. Those were some nice check-ins that we had. Intimate Tarot ran long, but man, I saw some of the coolest stuff for you guys. I hope you liked your reading. Some of them went into difficult places, I know. That's tarot for you. Real tarot is real life, as is my motto. So many of your collectives showed me and helped me remember why I freaking read intimate tarot. It's just the more you unravel about yourself, you see where the energy takes you. It's amazing. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed it, but more to the point, I hope it helped you. What else is there to say? I believe we have an upcoming full moon on the 11th-ish. Once more, without my calendar literally in front of my face. I don't always remember dates exactly. I am very calendar dependent. Let me know. Raise your hand. Hashtag calendar dependent to tell you what the heck's going on a day-to-day basis. That would be me. And then there's other stuff like I don't know. We're in 3 or 4 or 5 retrogrades or something, and it's like when are we not though? When are we not though? The planets are so dramatic. I'm having fun, guys. Have a laugh. All right, you guys, regardless of what day you're seeing this on, long weekend, short weekend, I hope it finds you well. I hope it helps you. Like always, I'm here for you. All right, you guys, I will see you for some shorts. I will see you for the Thursday check-in, and I will see you at your sign. Take care. Be well. Leo, what's up? Show me Leo and their person. We're going to start with your side of the board. Like I say in the intro, first energies, as you see fit. The Hierophant, 5 of Pentacles, and Temperance. Okay. The Empress, 4 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. King of Swords, 6 of Swords, Knight of Cups. Yeah. Knight of Wands, your energy is rising. There's hope here for you. Optimism for you. Enthusiasm. You actually like the progress you and this person are making. It's peace. The direction is peace. You're showing me peace between yourself and someone else. It's not a big makeup scene. Let's get back together. No. You're showing me commitment to heal with someone of importance to you. All right. You're saying this is coming from a space of personal belief for you. It's a core value. So I don't know that it's necessarily commitment as in marriage, but you're showing me commitment to this. The structure you have with someone else, your willingness to work through it, full stop. 5 of Pentacles, Temperance. It's like I understand there's fragmentation between us, brokenness. I would like to feel better about this and us before we kind of go our separate ways. I need to know that you're okay and that I'm okay and that we're okay as perhaps friends, very old acquaintances, or persons of importance, that you will always be a person of importance in my life and I in yours. But I want us to walk away, the both of us, having that same level of knowledge. And you're very committed to that. You have a steady hand in here, a very steady spiritual essence, a sense of guidance. It's very calm. So it's very distinct for the Leo I'm looking at. There's no freakouts. If you had freakouts and the big, that's already happened. Okay. You're showing me steadiness. Steadiness of your beliefs and the willingness specifically to practice them. This is what I can offer. This is how I can soothe. This is how I can heal. Okay. You're showing up in a beautiful but spiritually bold kind of way. It's important to me. And someone is returning that to you. The Empress, 4 Swords, 3 Pentacles. Again, I don't know that this is necessarily commitment as in marriage, but the Emperor and Empress have a tendency to be valued in that space of VIP, very important person, right? This is someone whom we default to in terms of importance, knowledge, direction. Okay, we give these people a lot of power. Typically, they earn it. All right? And then sometimes it can be like, say, for instance, a parental figure. Absolutely. So I don't know who this is to you. I know they mean a lot to you. And you're showing me the willingness to compromise and to build a bridge of friendship with them. That's real friendship, solid partnership. Despite our differences, our break, or our sorrows, it's important to me to know that we're friends and that we can cooperate and still get along. And they are returning that to you, which is beautiful. It's done so beautifully, also calmly, too. The Empress, the 4 Swords, and 3 Pentacles. So there we have an agreement on both sides. They've given this a lot of thought, and they're saying this is what I can do as well. Okay? It's beautiful. All right. King of Swords, 6 of Swords, Knight of Cups. Because both sides intellectually understand that the heart space, with the Knight of Cups specifically, the softness, the romantic heart, the vulnerable heart, is being moved on or away from this. Once more, I'm seeing an intellectual agreement, a spiritual agreement, a cooperative agreement, but no longer from that space of emotional expression and vulnerability or romantic feelings. Okay? That has been concluded by both sides. This has to be one of the most cooperative agreements I've ever seen, but you kind of told me what your core value was. It's like I commit to certain things within myself first, and I commit to extending at least a real friendship and or partnership to this person. But not like that. Okay? And you know, when we live up to our core beliefs and we act on them no matter how difficult it gets, right? Sometimes so many of us would be like, it would just be easier not to. I know, but that's not who you are. But because you're living through your core beliefs and you're acting on them too, and you're seeing the results of peace, friendship, that's actually meant, that's what's given, that's what's on the table, and that's what's being accepted. Cooperation, partnership, whatever, you feel better. You feel released in some way. You feel freer. You feel lighter to go your own way. Okay? So this is great work that both of you are doing. It's wonderful when two people, okay, we agreed at these terms and we actually mean it. I don't know if that was a journey in and of itself to get you both in that space. Regardless, you've both done a beautiful job. But here's the agreement right here. You and I intellectually understand that we're separating from that softer construct we would call perhaps more intimate love or vulnerable love. All right? That's lovely. Yes, for some of you, this represents a backstory of a lot of fighting within the inner circle, trying to make peace with it. Let's get some advice, please. Page of Pentacles, the Empress, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. It took a while for them to come around, huh? See, you two are making it look too easy. You are making it look too easy. As the humans are very rarely this, unless you've had a lot of training over the years, a very strong appreciation for healing with the right people because you understand it's worthy of you. Over the years, unless you've acted on those concepts consistently for decades, very rarely is it this easy. It took a while for this person to come around. Okay. And to say, okay, this is what I can do. It's not that it goes beyond what I can do. It's what I want to do. You're showing me temperance and you're showing commitment to this friendship or partnership or agreement. You're being consistent. You're still someone of importance in my life too. Okay, this is what I can do. But it took a while though. Oh, it took a while. We had to be willing to open up to that particular bracket of experiences. Okay. But I'm guessing it wasn't always so easy. No. But I'm glad. Look at that. Consistency, steady hand, patience. And the willingness to show up. It's like, no, I really do care about you. I'm always going to care about you. Something like that. Or always be here for you if you really need it. I don't quite know what your value is. That's up to you. But you know what you meant. And because you were consistent and steady with it, they responded to it. It was very important to you. That's just who you are. And that's beautiful. The Hermit. Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. That's what I'm saying. Consistency in action. There you go. There you go. Very steady hand. You understand and appreciate that things take time. This person needed time to show that level of cooperation back and that you meant it. Yeah, there you go. Consistency in thought and action. Consistency in thought and action. Consistency. And I feel like you always were that way towards them. The only difference between, say, what I'm now and perhaps what your dynamic was with them 10 years ago was that apparently the softer side of emotional expression is no longer on the table. But I feel like you were always that consistent, steady hand. It's like, I haven't changed. This was always me. It's just perhaps we are at our better value as friends now than perhaps when we were trying to be romantically linked, you know. I think that was you. That's always you. It's like I will always live up to my role. When I said I was going to do it, I'm going to do it. That's who you are. And you really meant it. Okay. Anything else, please? Yours tends to be quite short. I know that. Leo is my straight out the gate sign. So you tend to get more upfront energy. Nothing's worn me down yet. And then also my morning coffee energy. You get that? So yours tends to be shorter. So I'm intentionally stretching yours out a little bit to make up for that. Because it's just because they're short does not mean you're at a disadvantage. Just because they're long does not mean you're being favored. I really wish people would understand that. No. The readings take as long as they take, and then my own personal energy levels get affected. That's all. One day, I'm just going to throw everybody off and reverse the whole order. Yeah. I'll be like, what? Leo's last. And Cancer will be like, oh my God, we're first. It's not a competition. But one day, just to throw everybody off. I might do that. The Hanged Man, Two of Wands, the Knight of Cups. Oh, in time. Oh, in time. There's that Knight of Cups again. Some of you have got that sweetest little vulnerable side. You really do. Shows up consistently. Some of you have some very interesting Pisces in their chart. But the Hanged Man, Two of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there it is. It's like when it's time to deploy your softer side again, your vulnerable side, your romantic side. So you look forward to that day. Not right now. You are still moving your feelings on and forward. But one day, you look forward to opening that back up again. All right. I have a new oracle. Yay! I very rarely get new oracle decks because most of them are so terribly repetitive or they're overpriced. Like, seriously, you would be shocked how many oracles will cost 3-4 times the amount of actual tarot cards. And that's why confessions, unveiling, coming clean messages, but confessions, being very honest with each other, committing to that. The confessions is something I need to tell you. This is the truth. Yeah. For some of you. Anyway, so this one is like, this one's pretty good. It looks like it might replace my other two. Chemistry, attraction, spark, passion, in time. Okay? In time. In time. Some of you interpret your fire or your spark, okay, into that Knight of Cups. When it's time to open up and experience chemistry with someone again, you look forward to that day. You really do. Just not right now. To be honest with you, though, that's a short pause. I don't know if I pointed that out, but hey, I love to repeat myself, right? That does look like a short pause, okay? It's not too long-winded. You might take yourself off pause. Maybe in a couple weeks or so, if that. But when you're ready, clarity. We gained a lot of clarity on this situation. Truth, intentions, and honesty. Again, the emphasis there on your intent and your honesty this whole time. Very consistent. Okay, very consistent in that. All right, you've never backed down from your own particular truth. Okay. The Mountain, 21. It was quite the obstacle overcoming this. But once you reach peak, summit, it's literally all downhill from there, right? But yeah, this represented quite a bit of a daunting task, blockage, high honor, respect, dignity. Okay. The official self, a lot of respect and dignity, insisting on doing this even if it was the hard way. But you were going to overcome this particular obstacle, mountain, etc. 21 and 25. All right. We have the letter, just one letter, H, and the medallions of you, Leo, and then Aquarius. You might have, of course, you might be a double, triple, quad Leo. You could have some strong Aquarius in your chart. Could be connecting to the seasons, of course, might be important to you. Imagine that. Leo season might be important to Leo. And then we have the dragon in reverse, non-fire breathing, not meant to be dominating. Okay. Something about that being an active choice, being more calmer, showing temperance, patience, compassion, the willingness to heal. But this was not a domination thing. Okay. We kept the fire-breathing dragon out of it. We wanted balance in this, yin-yang. It was very important to balance this to you. I see that. You've made that very clear. You wanted to make sure things were just so and or correct against your own sense of karma there. Okay, that makes sense. That is. I wanted to do things the right way, the clean way, even if it was difficult or hard as hell. But you insisted, and that point worked very well for you. Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, what's up? Show me Sagittarius, please. Yeah. All right, starting with your sign. 9 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Fool. Okay, all right. 6 of Cups, Strength, the Hierophant. All right, King of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Pentacles. All right. Okay. Overview, Two of Cups. You're feeling the love between yourself and somebody. You're showing me a joy that's hard to express. Because whatever this emotional union represents to you, while it feels good to open up towards it now, it's also coming from a place of stuckness. You didn't always feel so good or positive or open to this. It's like there was trust issues here. I want to love this. I want to give myself to this, but it's hard to trust it. I can't always see it. I'm not... I don't always feel like I'm made to see it. There's trust issues here. Did you want to be open to this union? Yeah. Like forever and a day ago. Could you ever fully access it in a way that made you feel confident? Like specifically emotionally confident? No. No. That's something you're still waking up to. Okay. You're still learning to do that. You're still learning to trust yourself to open up to this. It wasn't always such a comfortable or easy ride, and it still isn't. It's like I'm still learning to feel safe in this. I'm still learning to find joy in it. I'm still learning to trust that it'll be there and show up. But you're trying to keep yourself open to this and not succumb to the stuckness as you last remember it. Because like I said, whatever this connection is wasn't always clear to you what it was. Or why you were attracted to it emotionally, or that it was returned to you. There was a lot of confusion there, like a lot. So when I'm telling you it's hard for you to open, you're fool. To take a risk on this, to be open towards it, like to trust it. Like this is your trust partner here. You ever seen the trust exercise? It's famous. It's been shown many times over. But basically, that's where two people who are supposed to be partners in theory, one stands in front of the other, leans back, and allows themselves to fall and trusts that their partner will catch them. And that's something you've never really experienced with this person, is that they would catch you, you know. Particularly in the heart space. You say you're there, you say that you care about me or that you love me, but if I fall back, will you catch me? That's what I'm talking about. Emotional safety or security. It's hard for you to believe now you can suddenly open up to this and love it without reservations, bullshit, hang-up, or blind spots. You see what I'm saying? So I congratulate you for trying. Because you're doing the trust exercise with this person, Heart Space Edition. Okay? So you are trying. Good for you. And you want to. You really do. This is the kind of thing you had hoped would happen with them a long time ago. Let's make that clear. So I don't know what they did to deserve you taking a risk on them again, particularly where it concerns your emotions, but they did something right. Let's talk about that. Six of Cups, Strength, the Hierophant. This person said, I gotta be here. Now, I am seeing this marked on a particular timeline. It's the Wheel of Fortune's also involved. So, this might have evolved recently or shown itself as having evolved recently. It's a Six of Cups. I know you know them. They know you. Soul bonded, most likely. Okay? But even if you don't believe in that, that's cool. You've known them forever and a day. You've had a unique bond with this person. You always have. But that didn't mean your two hearts lined up correctly in the way of emotional giving. We can often take the Six of Cups for granted because of that unique circuit that happens between two people. But that doesn't mean we're on the same page of emotions. And this person's very much wanting to get on the same page with you, to have you trust them, to have you take a risk on them again. Please open up to me. I'm here. And they're actually coming across quite solid. I mean, very solid. It's interesting. They're showing me... I apologize. It's very dry today. They're showing me characteristics of discipline. spiritual discipline, emotional discipline. It makes me wonder if this person, they themselves didn't know how to open up back then or once upon a time, because they might have had their own issues surrounding emotional security and strength, and what does that mean, and allowing myself to open up towards this, because once they tend to do something, they tend to take it very, very seriously. So this might be an all in or all out kind of figure. So when you last knew them, because I'm saying once upon a time energy, once upon a time with that Wheel of Fortune, perhaps they were, well, because I don't feel like I'm all in with you, that means I'm not going to, no, I'm just going to be out here on the all out. You know, I don't know. And you're showing me I want to try to be all in with you. You're asking me to. You're showing up now. But yeah, I see them. They're adamant. It's like, I'm right here now. I'm here. I'm here. I'll catch you if you fall. That kind of thing. You can open up to me. I'm here. Okay. King of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Pentacles. Like I said, this is something we wanted to happen forever and a day ago. I strongly suspect, given the King of Cups precedes the Wheel of Fortune, that you were open to this the last time on your timeline, and perhaps the time before that, that you were ready to give and receive love. But things played out the way they played out. And now we are experiencing this connection, the both of you, from various states of self-worth. And what does that mean? Okay? So instead of this perhaps being the big love as you wanted to experience it the first, or maybe even the second time around, being open to give and receive, we better understand the idea of self-worth. Is it worth it to you to open to this, to learn to trust it from an emotional space? Is it worth it to them to understand that they're all in with you? Okay. So perhaps then you both have better clarity on this subject of worthiness and the appropriateness of emotional loyalty. And when you say you're going to show up, you mean it. It's not just an idea of you and I. There is a you and I. And I can trust it, and that we're on the same page, and that I can trust you to be on the same page with me this time. Otherwise, it's not worth it to you, and it's not going to be worth it to them. So make sure it's worth both your while. This is beautiful. I'm not telling you what to do. You've made a choice. It looks like some of you have made that choice recently, or it's with you soon. Perhaps this is something you've been working through with them. Okay? But I have to agree, in the context of the past here, it was quite confusing. I know perhaps you, at least, were ready to just blast open from the heart to give and receive love, but, well, as people often point out, there has to be more than that. That's right. We have to know it's worthy of us. Perhaps lining up on the same page back there in the past wasn't worthy. The time wasn't correct, or more to the point, these two people weren't in alignment. Okay? But yeah, they want you to trust them to catch your fall. Two of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, the Devil. Oh my goodness. Yeah. A lot of insecurities here for at least one person, terrified to act in a state of independence. We see independence as a bad thing, or being on our own as a bad thing. Terrified specifically to make decisions for the self. We might act like we got it together. We might act like we know what we're doing, but somebody here was riddled with fear and constantly second-guessed themselves. Constantly questioned their own sense of worth, worthiness. Instead of asking what was right for themselves and in the context of the situation. But somebody had to go out of their way to address this, clear this up. Because this doesn't do. We will never get anything accomplished in love or in life in the general sense if we're that terrified all the time. We question everything to death, including ourselves. But we'll have this resume, this outside appearance of, I got everything together. I know what I'm doing. I'm not terrified of love. I'm not terrified of being vulnerable. I'm not terrified to open up. I'm not terrified to say I love you. I can do that. I can totally do that. I just don't want to right now. Next week. Oh. You know what? I have feelings. I'm not prepared to talk about them, but I have feelings. And that just, it goes on and on and on. You know? Lack of claimancy. So again, once more, somebody in the past was very much in a space of claimancy. The other person wasn't. But yeah. And long story short, somebody here didn't know their worth. But it's wrapped up in fear. Questioning the mind. Questioning ourselves. When you don't know your worth, you can't be open to love. You always be convinced in some way that you're not worthy of it, no matter how much or how strongly you might have loved them. You know, Four of Pentacles, King of Swords, the Chariot, and there it is. There's that focus. I held on to this for a reason. Somebody's making that very clear. Yeah, I held on, and I held on for a reason. Okay, my Four of Pentacles is my business. So it was very. As if people get adamant about that Four of Pentacles, yeah, I held on. I chose to hold on. That's a conscious choice to hold on to something of the past. I wasn't done on working through it. Hold on to you, the energy, the memories, I don't know. But it's okay. It was in that respect if I needed to do something with it. And that's correct. That's very much technically and spiritually correct for at least one person. They had work to do, and that's why they retained the energy to some extent. And it moves forward once more. Chariot season, that may have happened now, upwards into Leo season. But yeah, it's really close on the timeline. Okay? All right. Yeah, look at that focus. Mm-hmm. Clinging, holding on, obsessing, spying. Yeah, like somebody here was very clear about that. Yeah, I am aware that I'm holding on. Yeah, I am aware. I keep an eye on the things or the situation. I am aware that, and then specifically to the pain and disappointment of my opinion, holding on to the pain of not having been ready. They experienced this too. You both experienced this. One of you was ready, the other one. That's gonna. Somebody here is like the one that got away, and it's like I can't believe I let that get away. We held on to the pain of it. I was afraid. Overly cautious, apprehensive, to the point of doing anything. That's what fear is, guys. It's just when we're not ready, we want to be, but we're not. You get caught in this loophole where nothing changes. We're convinced we have more time, and then we start losing whoever it is we're supposed to line up with, or we feel that we should line up with. But yeah, one day. That's what I'm saying. Somebody suffers from the one-day mentality, and that one day. I thought I had more time to open up, to get over my shit, to choose this, to accept this, and put my foot down. I want this. So somebody suffers from one day thinking, and that one day turned into years, I'm guessing. You ran out of days. To understand your feelings, to claim them, get on board with them. But there's too much suffering from that someday, somewhere. It's just, that was fear. That was all this is. The inability to claim one's mind. These are my real feelings. These are my real thoughts. Fears be damned, right? Something like that. Oh, let's go ahead and do these. One letter, X, and then we have the peacock. A bit of a show. Someone here might take pride in their presentation, have a bit of a Six of Wands flourish, a sense of confidence and or accomplishment attached to them. But yeah, someone might be a bit of a show there. That's okay. At 28, okay. The romantic male, the one that wants to be ready to open up for the rose, but time as thief got away from us. So it's either you, okay, or that's them. All right, Saggy honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Aries. Some of you, judgment. Trying to learn right now. Make good judgment calls. Listen to spirit, listen to universe. What's going on? Page of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Okay. Six of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Swords. That's unusual. Nine of Swords, Four of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. And Judgment now, active. Okay. Lessons learned. Gosh. Your lesson here is really starting to tie itself together. Bringing the point home. Page of Cups, Four of Cups, Ace of Swords. You have a lot of good clarity. Earned clarity. Hard-earned clarity over something that upset you phenomenally. I don't know how long ago. I don't know when. I can see that time has passed. But it's something that used to upset you and it was very difficult for you to look at. Never mind learn from. You get it. You get it. Boom. Judgment. Ace of Swords. Boom. You got it. It's clear to you now. You understand. You understand your unhappiness. You understand where it came from. You understand how it got started. You understand why you felt it. You understand the point of it, judgment, tying it back to your life. And the relevancy towards you. Learning from the pain and the disappointment. But again, how it ties back to you personally. All right, dear universe, lessons learned. I won't repeat it. Well done. Over here, kind of a reverse. It's Six of Cups. Got a soul bond here, even if you don't believe in that. You two have known each other a long time. A long time, okay? Lots of memories in there, but a unique connection. Wheel of Fortune over time, what this connection meant. Then, okay, we weren't in tune with it so well, but we are now. We just took it for granted as a happy connection, or I've just known that person a long time, I don't know, but time has passed for them, and it's caught up to them, and the pain is with them now. Three of Swords. Okay? So, what you felt for I don't know how long, what you worked through, they're just now experiencing. Okay. So you're not the only one subject to judgment now. You have your truths and you earned them the hard way. You work through very difficult emotions. They feel the pain now. Time caught up to them. Why now? I don't know. Judgment is judgment is judgment. It's like you two switch places. Well, from my point of view, I think of it like this. This is now their opportunity to learn for themselves what this connection meant to them, even if it is well after the fact. The point is I want anyone who has that much pain to work through it. Okay. You know, there's relevance in there. There's meaning in there. Just like you discovered for yourself. They have that opportunity now. But clearly the Six of Cups was just with them. It was a happy sort of connection, one of the past they were familiar with. Perhaps it represented a sweet sort of nostalgia that was no big deal at the time. It's, I say it all the time. Six of Cups are soul bond energies. They're so comfortable. We can take them for granted. We take their uniqueness for granted. That particular imprint, we take it for granted. And then it's gone. Time passes. And then it occurs to us one day at 3 a.m. Oh, shit. Everything all at once. You know? This reminds me of, in its own way, a very simplified version of Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill. It looks like you two swap places. Okay. Nine of Swords, Four of Swords, the King of Pentacles. Always, healing is a classic choice. It's a good investment for both sides. Okay? You've done your best, and you will continue to do your best. Their process, hopefully, will start for them soon. We're worthy, though. The King of Pentacles here, it's worthy. We're worthy investment of healing and understanding and insight. Let's try not to shy away from the pain of this. You know, to give in to the anxieties and the fears. Let's go out of our way to understand this. That way we won't continue to be absorbed by it negatively. I want peace for you both. You're both subject, it seems, to judgment now. I had a bit of a reversal there. Let's get some advice. I'm not sure why I'm saying this today, and the fact that perhaps just to let you know, well, you're over here doing your thing, learning your hard lessons, and I can see where sometimes you're a bit harsh on yourself, critical, but you wanted to learn these things. You actively sought peace over this subject, or clarity over this subject, so. But still, you did what you had to do, and it was good. You understand this connection's relevancy now and why it was there. But yeah, you're both subject to healing, and continue it because you're both worthy of it. King of Pentacles. This is what you share. Okay. All right, let's get some advice, please. Three of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Empress. Okay. What about it? I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I just want to make sure no one's waiting on the other person. If I am correct, that is you looking forward to new love on your terms or in a better place of empowerment in time. No rush on that one. That would be ideal. Okay. But I just want to make sure. Ace of Pentacles, the Devil, the Knight of Wands. All right. It looks like a compare and contrast. Three of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Empress. You understanding from a place of empowerment that new love and real love will show up in time. And no false offers that at the time might feel good, exciting, or thrilling, but they're anything but. This is not the best of us. Someone's passion, okay, is not someone's best interest. And if someone insists that's all they can afford to give you, they're a liar. This, worth waiting for and doing right. This, you can get with anybody, anywhere, with a couple of drinks and the mood being right. And for some people, not even that. This is cheap, even though it looks fancy. This is real, sustaining, and worthy. Two people need to be aware here of what is being given and taken. Okay? But this is not the best we could do. Someone wanted to act like it was the best they could do. Like, that's as real as I get, baby. No. We had a lot of passion wrapped up in this idea of authentic offer. Like, this is who I am. No, it's not. And this is what we should deign to be. Someone who understands our worth. And isn't anxious about it. Okay? distance, separation, space, and blockage, as one might expect. Yes. Return, second chance, opportunity of making amends. I have no guarantees here. But you two are clearly still connected via the soul bond or lessons or both. It looks like both here. For now, there might be distance. Eventually, there might be a return. If anything is offered, make sure it's different than the past. And it's not the same shit wrapped up in a different day. Okay? And confessions. Unveiling, coming clean messages, perhaps in time. Like I said, make sure it's changed. Make sure the offer is changed. If there is a change of offer, this, we understand now, or should be understood on both sides if you've both done your job in understanding self-worth, is unacceptable. This is what should be on the table. Understand? For both of you. Okay. If it's anything less than an Ace of Cups, a new love or returning love, that if it couldn't wait, then it's not worth it. I don't mean wait on each other. I mean the correct offer at the correct time. The correct feeling at the correct time. Okay. Little messages. Hummingbirds. There might be talk. 12. Remember, talk is swift. I'm not accepting these, but it says journey, toil, and labor. So a trip and working hard. But yes, there might be messages. There might be talks. Might be little birds. What starts out small turns into something rather substantial. Brief messages at first become lengthier. Warm-up conversations, possibly for some of you. But that's the message that's more detailed, a lot more thoughtful. But first there might be initial brief messages of communication, and then something larger comes through. Number 12 and 7. Oh my. We have letters R, N, T. We have yours, dragon. Sign of Aries, of course, but Emperor, empowerment. Sometimes fire breathing, perhaps a bit harsh, but stands its ground. Okay. And then we have the crescent moon. By the light of the next crescent moon, there might be some activity there, or any sort of presence of the moon, but to remind us phases of the moon. Okay? Phases of the moon. This too shall pass, evolve, and change. The seashell in reverse. Cancerian energy doesn't have to be. It could be Cancer season, perhaps a little after. But not listening to one's emotions. That's a problem. That will always be a problem. Right? Not listening to one's intuitive self or feeling. We treat ourselves like one-dimensional beings. We get the results that we get. Okay. If we're oversexed horn dog that dresses nice, you're still an oversexed horn dog that dresses nice. We're not listening to ourselves. Okay. Anyway, that's a very spiffy presentation. But what was behind it was shit. Make sense? This has no place to hide. It's open and it's felt deeply. Okay, that's enough. Aries, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, what's up? Show me. Aquarius, please. Okay, what's up? Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, lovely. The Magician, Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, okay. Six of Swords, the Fool, the Knight of Cups, Ten of Swords, okay. Okay. You know what's interesting to me is that while there is disappointment here, you're saying that's not what this is about. Yeah, it sucks. This is disappointing. But you're like, I didn't lose grip on my reality. Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, and Ten of Pentacles. You're like, I'm all about my foundation. When it comes to my foundation, I'm all heart, baby. Like, I'm in it to win it. You're like, I show up every day for my foundation. I invest in it a little more every day. I keep it well running. I'm not saying you're perfect. What I'm saying is that you live through your feeling every day. When it comes to your foundation, what you're connected to and why, again, very broad term. It's not just work. It's not just career. It's family. It's 3D activity, connections, network, resources, community. You say you love it all, and you're disappointed. I see why you're disappointed, but you're like, that does not stop me from being me. That does not stop me from showing my best heart every day to what I got, and I'm grateful for what I got. You're showing me gratitude as well. Emotional loyalty. Stability, everything you're connected to. It's like, I'm blessed. I'm hurt, but I'm blessed, and it's beautiful. I love your attitude. I love your energy. I really do. But I see you have pain here, and I get it. It's not just you. The Magician, Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, whatever this is that's walking, really wanted to be a part of what you got, but it's been dismissed. Okay, it in some way. In some way, it wanted to be counted as one of yours. It wanted to be counted as part of your foundation, someone you know who's active in your foundation. I don't know what role they were expecting, but they were expecting some sort of role. And they're kind of kicking rocks because they feel excluded. You're not including them. They don't get to play in your reindeer games or something like that. No, but your foundation isn't a game to you. It's like, who I have in my life is sacred. You know, they contribute. They connect me to my greater cause or purpose, and whoever this is doesn't. They wanted to be part of it, but it's like you can't see where they fit, or that you can't give them a real assignment. Is that what that is? You couldn't give them a real assignment in your world? They don't have the skills, the experience, or... They said they want to be part of this, but they're worried that they're excluded and they got to change direction. There's something here about this person. They want to be part of it, but it's like you have to exclude them. They don't fit, or they don't have, like in their head, they have something to contribute, but in reality, they don't. You see what I'm saying? Like in their head, they're like, I fit, I make sense in your life. But when it comes to the output, no, not that you can see or experience. It's like, I don't know what your purpose is. You don't fit here. You say you want to be part of it, but you don't fit. Six of Swords, the Fool, the Knight of Cups. You two seem to go your own separate ways in terms of taking risks and opening up, and you don't seem to show this heart, and it looks like itself needs to take a risk or a chance elsewhere. Okay, but here we kind of have, I don't know that it was spoken, but it seems like there's a mutual agreement for them to open up in a new direction and for you to open up in your own, or stay open to your own direction. Okay, but yeah, it's almost like an unspoken agreement. You need to go your way and do your thing. There is a touch of expression there, vulnerability there towards this person, or they towards you, perhaps a little bit of both. But the idea is like we both know. We both know. We both know. We know why I'm excluding you. And I know you tell yourself you want to be here, but I don't think you do. Maybe they just want to be recognized as being part of your world, but not actually function in it. I don't know. But it's like, I'm going to go over here and continue my thing. You go over there and you open up to something else that is more meaningful to you, or more important to you. Because it's not me and mine. It's not what I got going on. You do your own thing. Okay. So it's that Ten of Swords. I know it hurts you and it hurts them too. But it's coming from such a loving, practical kind of, you don't belong here. I know you say you do. But honestly, it's like you're a reference point. I don't see how you contribute to this. There's a mutual softness toward each other, but that's it. No, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you, honey. That's coming from a someplace in you. It's like everything I do with love, and that means in some way they don't love what you do, or they don't. I don't know. I just see that they have a strong desire to be part of it, but in a non-specified way. I don't know. It's kind of like, give me credits, but not actually a role. That's a conflict. The High Priestess, Ace of Cups, the Magician. Okay, intuitively you feel you're in a space or now entering a space of summoning new love. I don't know that you necessarily identified with this person as having a loving role. There's a softness there between you two, but it's not exactly in love. No, I see you actually intuitively manifesting outside of this. You want new love in the general sense. You're very much in tune with it. You're very aware of it, spiritually and emotionally. That means you know. You know you're summoning love. Okay. You know that. You know. Maybe that's the role they couldn't fulfill. Or they didn't know how to fulfill. They wanted credits, but not the actual assignment. I don't know. I don't know. You're saying it takes a lot of heart to do what you do. You want someone's heart to be in it too. I said there's a fondness there. Vulnerability, maybe a little bit of romanticism, but it wasn't love. Doesn't look like it. Well, I hope you're prepared to get something in return, honey, because that is a bold manifestation. And it's so intuitively felt as well. I hope you are ready for that one. Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Moon. Oh, okay. In time. Give us some time. That one's cooking. Yeah, your manifestation's cooking. You just can't see it. Okay, very good. But the investment's already started. And how what does that mean, the investment's already started? Right here. When from your heart, an acknowledgement of what your spiritual self is up to, you fully acknowledge that you are actively summoning new, large, big love. That was step one. Okay? I gotta tell you, I hope you're ready. I wasn't joking about that. The moon, I'm laughing, but I'm not joking. The moon and the Lovers, oh, that's yet to be revealed to you, but it's in the works. It's cooking. It's in the background. Ooh, gosh. Ooh. I want to be nosy and keep pushing it, but no, it's done. I just want to let you know it's on its way. Man, I guess you did something right. You did something right because you put in an order. You're going to get one. King of Wands. Maybe Leo season. Just maybe put that under your hat. Leo season. Okay. It's not an absolute, but while I was tossing those cards around, casually wondering when. When is that a little more revealed? When is that a little more... Oh, it's right around the corner from where we are. All right. Very good. Manifest strongly. You get strong results, honey. But I like how you're keeping it open-ended in that, you don't have a shopping list for the person you're looking, or at least you shouldn't, because then you're excluding someone who might actually be right for you. But you do know you want real, strong, honest, authentic love, and that you are family-oriented. Yes, I can see that. What you do from the heart. You keep many in mind, not just you. You've made that very clear. So your family's important to you. Your network's important to you. Whoever that is, perhaps they couldn't live up to that role, family person. Step up and be that person. They just couldn't. Distracted. Okay. Beginnings. You want that new beginning. For some of you, by the way, Aquarius might be your Venus. To be clear, I'm not saying the sign of Venus. I'm just, for some reason, it occurred to me to say that. But yes, new direction, start over. Yes. Oh, so you are. Boldly, too. All right. Well done. The mature man, someone who's a little bit more, like I said, mature, emperor. Someone who doesn't have a problem being the helm of the ship, understanding the role, in fact, taking an active level in it. Perhaps this is you, but I strongly believe this is the person whom you want in your life. Someone's a little more worldly, a little more connected to responsibility, sense of self, direction, helm of the ship, and someone who isn't scared of family orientation. Which, by the way, that's the way it should be. If you want a family, you need to know that. You can't get partial credit for that, you know. You gotta show up, you gotta show up for it. Okay. Oh, so many letters. We have Y, Z, G. We have the medallion of Scorpio, Taurus, and Aries. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, or the seasons might be important to you. And then we had the music note. Some of you strongly tuned through music. Music is very important to you, profession, hobby, or like I said, it's a tuning element. Many people use music to tune into that intuitive self, their quieter selves, their healing selves. Okay? Continue to do so. And then we have the dragon in reverse. This wasn't a case of fire breathing or a show of power or dominance or anything like this. It was simply, you don't need to be here. This isn't your role. This isn't your gig. You know, everything I do, it means something to me, and it you want to be part of it, but not all of it. I don't know. So while I appreciate the fondness or the I care about yous, it's not love, and it's not stability. It's not foundation. Okay. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Gemini, please. All right. Three of Swords, Strength, Knights of Wands. Okay. Okay, I hope to see some healing for you, but okay, we'll take that. Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Okay. Two of Wands, the Tower, the Nine of Swords. I see. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I would like to see more healing for you. This looks very recently done, recently occurred, recently happened. Whatever this is, shut down rapidly. It looks like you had next to no notice. Okay. The Tower's there, so I don't dispute it. You're not going to be in a position to see it yet. Right now, all you can see is pain and disappointment and hurt. But I can tell you it was correct. All right, but I am sorry that came in so fast. Gosh, it was uncomfortably quick. Okay. It's closed out. Now, to your credit, that would explain then your reaction. I gotta be strong. I gotta be strong. I gotta be strong. Discipline, strength of will. This sucks. This hurts. This hurts really bad. But I gotta be strong. And to some extent that works because I see your energy get lighter. Knights of Wands. Okay? It does get lighter. It does get positive. But still, I'm going to impress upon you healing. All right? But I'm glad you're feeling better. And if we could all just wrestle our broken hearts and be like, I conquered you. You're done. Oh, wouldn't life be so much easier? See, it's just a matter of conquering the pain, Christina. No. It's not. It really isn't. the best way to conquer pain is to acknowledge it and allow yourself to feel it and then work through it. But I can see you have a strong will, and this is your initial reaction, so I'm not trying to give you shit. Okay. Like I said, you had next to no notice on this one. That kind of makes sense. Okay? But still, I would urge you healing. Whatever this is, expresses its heart to you in some way. Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups, Page of Wands. This is either someone in your inner circle who is showing you nothing but love, or someone who might represent a love interest, potentially. But I just see them opening up and expressing love to you and support to you in the general sense. Okay? Perhaps they will show me on advice a little bit more about who that is. But it's nothing but love and support from whomever that is. Okay? Two of Wands, the Tower, Nine of Swords. Yeah, whatever this is, it was just such a... It looks like a split-second tower. Everything was fine. You were in the moment. You were looking out upon the world, and then something changed it. Radically. At the Tower, Nine of Swords, and it's... But if you can believe it, honey, it was stress that was taken away from you. It's something you don't have to worry about anymore. It's not in your hands anymore. Perhaps it was never supposed to be. Whatever this was in context was literally out of your hands, but it wasn't supposed to be in there either. Does that make sense? It's like you don't got to worry about that anymore. It's done. It's closed out. And I know it happened fast, but that doesn't make it any less correct. Okay? You'll have more to learn from that later when things settle. Okay? When all that crap calms down. And it will. It will calm down. And even if it was a known cycle, closing out, we didn't accept it until it happened. It could be what I'm looking at as radical acceptance too. Like you knew that was coming, you knew that was coming, you knew that was coming, but until you were in the moment, you didn't know what was happening. I could be, in theory, looking at radical acceptance, and now you don't have to worry about it anymore, it's done. But man, you didn't know how much it was going to affect you until it happened. Let me know if that's you. Okay? Others of you, I have to insist you had not a clue until it was there. But yeah, that could be radical acceptance. The Magician. Ten of Pentacles, Judgment, Five of Cups. There was a loss in the foundation. It was time. And I see you mourning it. I think you had a feeling that it was coming with Judgment there. But that doesn't make it any easier. Still, you didn't seem to know what it was until it was there. Foundation, once more. It's pretty extensive. Obviously work, but network, resources, community, family too. Something there was radically shut down. As far as you were concerned, it was a stable element in your life until it wasn't. And I see you mourning it. But it was time. It was time. Okay? It was time. Seven of Cups, Five of I got it. It was time. It was time. It was gonna happen, regardless of your readiness or awareness. It was going. We can't open ourselves to it anymore. We can't access it anymore. But also, P.S. It's something you don't have to worry about anymore. It's not your responsibility anymore. You don't have to stabilize it anymore. You don't have to prop it up anymore. I know a part of you misses this. I know. I see that. But also, P.S., there's no more threat of break. It's done. Something here is no longer hanging over you in the negative as a potential threat either. It's done. Okay. I would like to know a little bit more about this loving energy, please. It's interesting. There's so much heart behind this, but it comes out in the Page of Wands. Opening up. Here's some love. Here's some support. I'm showing this to you. Three of Wands. The Hierophant, the Nine of Pentacles. Perhaps someone who is far from you, maybe distance. Or they wish you well from afar. Someone who is very dedicated and loyal to themselves and their own world and their own foundation. They're showing me high levels of commitment to core beliefs and values with a strong sense of self and individuation. In other words, they wouldn't be telling you this unless they meant it. Okay. Someone who very much speaks for themselves and has a very strong heartbeat. Supports you. Okay. I honestly don't know if they're part of your inner circle or if they represent love to you in time. And we've just had them pop up on the timeline. I don't quite know. But they know who they are. That's a strong-hearted, strong-spirited individual right there. Okay. But regardless, it's loving and supportive energies towards you. Right? They might have more meaning and significance to you later down the road. An emotional storm, turmoils, unstable. It was affected. It's done. You don't have to worry about this anymore. That's the impression I kept getting from this. It's finality. You know, I once wrote a poem called that, Finality. Farewells leave behind, closure. You don't have to worry about it anymore and the chaos that it represents. Of course, in some way you mourn it because it had been with you for so long. But now it's not in your hands anymore. You don't have to worry about it anymore, okay? It's no longer your responsibility. Yours was tricky, I'll say that. Concern about the maze, 43. You didn't ever know how you'd get out of this. Or you had thought about it casually for years? How is this going to end? Is there a center to this fucking maze? That was always a concern. Again, the concern's gone. I know, but we get so preoccupied. With keeping the maze and everything it represents, we lose sight of the center if there ever was one. We don't have to think about it anymore. We don't have to feel like we're lost in this with no solution in sight. It's not our concern anymore. 33, 43. Oh my goodness. There's the condolences. Condolences. I don't know that it's condolences. So here we have, oh my gosh. That flower. I forget the name of it. It's considered beautiful but exotic. Hard to obtain. Rare. Very sensual. Very sensual, but beautiful. It's loving. It's beauty. It's sensuality. Highly desirable. Not easy to grow. I feel like it is rolling off this person. That's the love and support. Perhaps they send flowers. Speaking of flowers, you, the lovers, tulip, gift, recognition, beauty, attraction, but classy. Very classy. Beautiful, but sensual. There's a message under the message, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Whatever that is, it's just started. That's all I can tell you. All right, C, A, F. We have the medallion of Aquarius, Scorpio, Capricorn, Cancer. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to. Whatever that is has just begun to unfold. It needs more time. And this season's, of course, might be important to you. Obviously, the most current one we're in is Cancer season. And then we have the yin-yang, the balance here of correctness. It presented itself as anything but I promise you it was karmically correct. Okay? There's a balance here. You're not going to see that right away. Honey, I didn't see you evoke healing once, but it's so fresh. So I'm going to give you more time. Give this situation over here a little more time. But yeah. I'm here to deliver this. Whatever that is that was taken out of your hands, it was for good. For good reason. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Libra. Show me Libra. All right. 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, the Hanged Man. Yeah, let's pause on that a little bit. Okay. 8 of Wands, Page of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, 7 of Cups. Okay. Ace of Cups. Gosh, no wonder. No wonder. It looks like they're going to persist a little bit more. Okay. Your heart space is being prompted. Now, you got a big old heart. and someone wants to talk to it. Okay. And it pissed you off right away. 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. It's like, no. No, I refuse to. And okay, you said you refused to participate, but you didn't let it go either. There's a frustration in there. Like, why are you trying to talk to me? So I'm laughing because it's just so blunt. So you refrained. You refrained from participating. It's like, I blocked. I said I was going to block, so I blocked. But we didn't let it go either. You've been pausing on that ever since. Your non-response. And that is a non-response. Okay? Now, for now, I don't disagree with it. It's kind of like, you said you wouldn't open your heart to this person. End of story. You have your reasons, and perhaps you will show me on advice. But you said you wouldn't. And I can see that you're subject to a big old squishy heart. Probably to the point that it makes you uncomfortable in situations like this, where you said you wouldn't share energy. You said you'd keep yourself to yourself. You said you wouldn't interact with them anymore. And it angered you a little bit. Frustration is like, why they do that though? Because now I have to reinforce it. Yeah. You did. And you told yourself you would. You said you wouldn't participate, but man, it frustrated you that you had to activate that block. And the Hanged Man, and you've been reflecting on that ever since. And it's because it's a conflict. You tend to lean towards love. You tend to have an open heart. You tend to be open to people, places, situations, things. But you told yourself with this, at least with this person, you wouldn't be. And it's hard to command thy heart like that, especially when it's that open and it's that bold and that's beautiful. Okay? And many of you try to live through love. And so when we experience something like this and we told ourselves we wouldn't interact with it, it's a direct contradiction to what we feel. But you have experience with this person. You said you wouldn't respond and you meant it. But you think about that a lot, the Hanged Man. Why did you react like this? Why do they even try to contact you? Why do you still feel vulnerable? Why do you feel the need to protect yourself from this? Why won't you interact? You already know why. You've thought about it 1,000 times. This was a plan you already had in place for yourself. So I want you to go back and take a look at that and remember your reasons. That might help you, or at least soothe your spirit a little bit. Okay? Eight of Wands, Page of Cups, King of Pentacles. They're going to try again. But I'm laughing because it's what you might call persistent light. It's very light persistence. It's not obtrusive. It's not obnoxious. It's not in your face, Libra. It's just, oh, hey, thought you might have missed my last email. Just want, oh, damn it. It's kind of like that, you know? But look, we're trying to pry the lid off the pot, but it's done so gently. It's making me chuckle because I think I get it. I think I understand. It's done so with respect. I'm not. Can I get a little bit of, just a little bit? Can I get some signs of life? A little bit of wiggle room in there. Can I get a little? Can we open the crack in the door? Just can I see your foot sticking out? Can I, hello? Hi. It is kind of like that. But it's not too bad. It's not blunt. It's not in your face, but there is persistence. It's like, I'm not quite done yet. Thought I'd give this another crack, you know? Thought I'd try again. Three of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Seven of Cups. I'm not telling you what to do. I would never. I see what's here, not what isn't. A lot of people want me to tell them to do. That's not how this works. I can give strong recommendations. I can get advice. But ultimately, what one person decides, never mind two people decide, that's up to them or the individual. So you get to choose. You already made choice one that you wouldn't participate. And all I'm encouraging you to do is remember why. Okay? And just to let you know, it's not quite done. We have the opportunity to interact or exchange with this again in a friendly way. And the second time I see you considering it. So perhaps they changed their tune or they changed their approach. All right? Yeah, change the tune. I mean, the presentation might be different. Page of Cups, a little bit more speaking from the heart, might be what they landed on, and maybe that's the element you needed. Okay? Because I do see a little bit more access, emotional access, which is the very thing you said that you were trying to not give this particular person. Okay? So it's kind of like, if they put a cup down, will you do the same? If they express some emotions, will you as well? Okay? But after that, I don't know. It looks like it's... What am I trying to say? The bare minimum requirements for a friendly exchange. But I would just say, your second pass on this one, some of you will choose to participate. I honestly believe on the second pass, they express themselves better. I do. The communication seems to speak more clearly from the heart. Okay? And if your heart, and it makes sense then, because if this person seems to know you at all, and in some way they do, if they have any inclination at all that you are protecting your heart, that's the first thing they need to speak to. Okay? Because that means there's some wound there. There's some wounds there. There's a reason you're defensive. Okay? All right. Let's get some advice. Well, that was interesting. I think it was. You know. Five of Swords, Queen of Swords, the Four of Cups. Oh. A little bit. You're pretending that you're not upset, trying to ignore it. Oh, that just won't do. I think that's the reason why you gave yourself a lot of pep talks over I don't know how long of a period about why you would never interact with them again. You spent a lot of time telling yourself that they didn't affect me, or it didn't upset me, or it's no big deal. It was. And you said you didn't want to have to experience that again. Okay? But no, you were upset. A little bit of a lying there to yourself. All right? That Four of Pentacles, that didn't come out of thin air. There's a reason why. And there it is again. There's that gentle nudge. Gentle nudge. I would call that a gentle nudge. Can you give me something to work with, please? To that, I would say cup for cup. The advice I'd give this person, if you want Libra to consider you from the heart space, that's the first thing you need to turn around, address, and remedy. That's it. It's not rocket science. The thing that needs fixing the most is what you prioritize the most. If you're dealing with somebody who has a defensive heart, ask yourself why it's defensive. I know, it's mind-blowing shit. But no, that's really all this is emphasis on the basics. Or sometimes pointing out the obvious. And it's not always so obvious, because humans are humans. We have tripwires and defense mechanisms and, oh, I didn't know I was being emotionally withholding. That's exactly what you were being. How did you not know? Because they spent a lot of time telling themselves they weren't. Somebody, Take it as it resonates. It's an example, one of many. You spent time telling yourself this didn't really hurt me. You spent a lot of time trying to neutralize it. But that was commitment, marriage, promise, fidelity. But a commitment here. Hierophant energy, by the way, possibly Taurus. I did see the King of Pentacles here. Does not have to be a commitment in a past life. Oh, there's a feeling of something being owed here. A promise and or commitment that needs to be made good upon. If past lives, if you don't believe in that, fine. Soul bond, call it the Six of Cups if you must. But deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. It hasn't been completed with this. All right? Maybe they're trying to close the lesson. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's the both of you trying to close this lesson. Okay? But yeah, broken, shattered, broken ego, broken image of self. Okay. Okay. Perhaps someone's ego finally gave through, or their distorted image of themselves finally came through as truth. Concerns. That's how it might start out. As a concern, an inquiry. I was thinking about, I don't know, but 33. I have the key 33 twice. Oh. 33 is a very powerful number. Never mind twice. So to be clear, you two in some way mirror each other. What was not resolved the first time or the second time, maybe the third time, we have the opportunity to release ourselves from that concern now. 33, twice, power number. Yeah. I think my numbers add up to 3 as well. I'm just saying there's a reflection there of mirror. But in many ways, you two aren't just a karmic lesson that's unfinished. You two are each other's equals. And in lessons, too. Two L's. 2 L's, a J. We have the Medallion of Scorpio as well as Capricorn. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, the seasons might be important to you. And then we have the Rose of Venus for some of you. Like me, actually. Libra might be your Venus placement. Or you might strongly identify with your Venus placement and perhaps check theirs out. But whatever your Venus placement is. But the Rose of Venus, the Empress. Beauty, empowerment, strength, and love. Okay. All right. Libra, honey, I hope this helped you. Good luck for both of you. Remember, that's a very gentle prying up of the lid. The more I believe they give in the area that counts the most, you tend to give a little bit more back, and so you feel a little more inclined. So you're both kind of showing me success. You're both kind of getting what you want in a way, or need, I should say. It's not want at this point. It's kind of need. But yeah, that's if you choose. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Taurus. Seven of Wands, Page of Wands, and the World. Okay, that was very clear. Death, the Hermit, Temperance. Okay. You made your point. They kind of made their point too. Okay. Oh boy, Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Ace of Wands. It's okay. Hopefully we're done making these points because I got other things for you. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Wheel of Fortune. Let's go. Move it forward. No, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not trying to dismiss it. Everything here represents a process. I'm simply putting down pieces of paper on this table today. Everybody, but a lot of people can make this stuff look easy, and I know it's anything but. What a lot of people don't see is time. This, not too much time. Time. Okay. His tarot math is here, with or without clarification. The Wheel of Fortune, time has caught up to you, and we find you in present day. We're closing out a long overdue cycle, and you're insistent. This is how it must be. I defend this position, and I defend myself. And by that I mean you're holding your own particular standards in place, boundaries in place, intact. With the Wheel of Fortune there, the past having caught up to you, we find you in present day. This is something you had an understanding, an insight, or a feeling. This is how things were going to shake out. That you yourself prompted this, and you knew this day would come, and it's with you now. And you're insisting. This is how it is. This is how it must be. This cycle's done. Closed. Over here, Death, the Hermit, Temperance. Like I said, they made their point too. I recognize that this is over, and they're going to heal, and they're going to take a long time to heal. A long time. A long time. But after that long time, just be aware it will try to come back. But at the beginning, they insisted they wanted this too. They wanted this to be over and done. They have a change in temperance or spirit later. Why? I don't know why. It's just how people are. But as far as you're concerned, this chapter is closed, and I don't think you mean it in anger. I don't think you mean it in any sort of way that's non-caring or abrupt. It's just simply, I defend this position. Lyrics. I'm sorry, I'm hearing lyrics. Once more, I'm horrible with titles and things and band names. I just hear sometimes snippets of lyrics. You can't get back what you've erased. Baby, that's just the way it is, babe. You can't get back what you've erased. This person really wanted this, excuse me, but closed out and finished and finalized. After much due healing and consideration, Maybe they'll realize it was a good thing they had with you. I don't know. But that's another reading for another day, and it's so stretched out. I can't begin to tell you how stretched out that is. Okay? Not easy, not easy, not easy. But that's enough about that. Let's talk about your other thing that you got going on here. Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, Ace of Wands. Good job. Good job, Taurus. No, that's going to feel oh so good and oh so right. When? Honey. That door may have started to open up around Gemini season. We do have the reference here, twice of 6, but I don't know. For some of you, that match has yet to strike just yet. The Lovers suggest this might be someone we know. The Six of Pentacles immediately with Taurus suggests comfort. So again, we might know this. It might be a renewal flame, or it could be that something that just feels so right away that you don't even question it. You start to balance with it immediately, incorporate it into your life immediately. You start to prioritize with it immediately. So that's amazing for Taurus. So I don't know if that's new. I don't know if that's renewed. I don't care. I don't give a shit. It balances with you and your energy, your spirit, your sexual self, your emotional self, etc., and your 3D self correctly. Okay? That's what I care about. So that's those two just, whoa, that was magnetized. That was brilliant. But yeah, there's, you know, you uphold this ending. You really do. You uphold this. You might have closed this out and you might have known this was coming, but there was an insistence though. Oh no, it's over. From your point of view, this is beyond repair. That was an easy call. Literally beyond repair. Five of Pentacles, you would know. Five of Pentacles is one of your minor cards. Temperance and Seven of Wands, there's the uphold. I cannot fix this between us, and now I don't want to. It is beyond repair. You made your point clear. They have an idea of temperance much, much later. The initial healing I'm seeing for them, the Hermit, is consolidating themselves towards the ending, which is good. That's a good start. But then Temperance over time. The energy comes back to you much softened and changed. Well, perhaps more compassionate. I don't quite know. But you, from your point of view, it's done. You, the Hierophant, well, you just all but jumped out my hand. The Hierophant and the Six of Cups, that's you. And no wonder you're so adamant. You said you allowed this Six of Cups. Might have been a soul bond. That doesn't mean it was healthy for you. But you allowed it, or you permitted it. Again, authority, permission, the Hierophant, you. You allowed it, authorized it for what you thought perhaps in the past was the right reasons, but you don't see it that way anymore. You see it as ill, unsupportive, unchanging, particularly where the bond is concerned. It affects you poorly now, and you see that now, and that's why I think you're being adamant, and I'm glad you're showing me your own particular authority on the subject. Okay, that means, for better or worse, you're in tune with the spiritual essence of this and how it's negative, very, perhaps toxic, codependent, or uncaring or unsupportive. Okay, I got you. And for a weird sense of being honor bound to it, or making you feel honor bound to it. a sickly sort of oppressive attachment. Okay. 9 of Wands. Resistance to change. God, they changed their tune a lot later, huh? Yeah. Yeah. I could have been more loving. I could have been more supportive. Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah. Argumentative. All right, I got you. I'm interested in this, please. What's going on over here? Okay. Sun's out, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really different, isn't it? It's very different. When I focus on that, okay, you're just showing me it's correct for you. Spiritually, you're in line with that. It's beyond repair. You made that clear. You're insisting on closing the cycle. They learn what they learned much too late. It pushed you off. So many times they pushed you off. Or pushed you away. Or I don't know what. Over here, and I tune into that. Boom, completely different. Rewind that shit. The sun flew out of my hand. This is happy. It's at the height of the sun season. So I would just say summer. If you're in the southern hemisphere, then you're summertime. For others of you who live in the northern hemisphere, now. Your sun is now. Rising on this now. It's beautiful. Okay? Or soon. That's it. Negative mind, curse. God, yeah, I can see that. Somebody's cursed with a negative mind, worst case scenario thinking. It's exhausting to live with. You think you're supporting them and you make them feel safe and secure, but it turns out they're never secure. And then what they do not fix, they make it someone else's problem. And I really feel like you thought you were doing the right thing by this connection. But honey, if somebody didn't work on their shit before they connected to you, what starts out as loving and amazing becomes against you later. It curse in fantasy, cloudy judgment. Good night. Oh God. Someone had just constant worst case scenarios and made bad judgment calls constantly because of it. Always living in fear. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. I know it. It's going to fail. It must have been exhausting. You can't have good judgment when you're constantly thinking of the worst thing. You'll always set yourself up for disaster. It's called self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe something to be that bad, that negative an outcome, you're going to get what you have been hyperventilating on or projecting towards that whole time. Eventually you will encounter the worst case scenario because you helped create it. You know, it must have been exhausting, honey. You could never be supported by somebody who had clear judgment, who could think in the positive, feel in the positive, be in the moment too. Living for the past, that kind of crap. And it's no wonder they work on themselves, honey, in separation from you. And I'm sorry it couldn't have been with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry they didn't realize what they had when they were attached to you. But sometimes it's when we close these doors that people finally open the right ones. And I'm glad to see that they start to open the right one for themselves after this cycle's over. It's like I wish you had done it a little sooner. But that wasn't their way. And you didn't have to keep showing them love and support in order for them to figure it out. It's just a fancy version of waiting, okay? No. Work your shit out before you connect with people, and then you're in the free and clear, okay? Or when you connect with the right person, you're really inspired to change. Honey, you got lovers written all over your beautiful face. Look at that. It's just lovers everywhere. It's gorgeous. Apparently you two are supposed to be together, okay? So this had to have ended anyway, and it freed you. You freed yourself from the toxicity too, which means you You get a reward. You know that, right? That's how it works. When you do the right thing, which is often the hard thing, the universe meets you in kind. Okay? You were supposed to let this go. 15. And it took you strength to do it. The energy was completely different. It took you strength of will to do it, the polar bear. You had to be cold or shut down. It's not that you wanted to be. It's just the position you were put in. Okay? 15. 15 twice. Polar opposites. Look at that. Cold, strong, but cold. Shut down, survival. I have to do what I have to do. Lovers, warm, receptive, dual, 2. Cold and on the own, have to do what I have to do with someone else. 15 twice. Might be an important number for some of you. And there you are. Right there, under the deck. That's you, 5. Your power number, of course, is 5. The mature man, i.e. the Hierophant. Hey, what are you going to do? Worldly, you know better, King of Pentacles. Okay? All right. That was beautiful. Difficult but beautiful. CNX. We have 2 owls, one in reverse, one in the upright. Someone who has the wisdom, insight, big eyes, observation, intelligent. Someone does not. Yeah. Okay. Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you. This was really amazing, actually. I agree with your defensive stance. And I think you're right. I know you're right. This is beyond repair. That's not honor bound. That's toxic bound. Okay? Remember, your core values are for you first. They're your core values. But hey, I love it. I wish I could get a better sense of the timing, but it looks like it's at the height of the sun. So all I have is for that is summer. 15. Maybe Gemini season is when we started to connect with this. I don't know. But anyway, good luck to you. I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, what's up? Show me Virgo, please. Okay. The Hermit, you. Queen of Cups and 3 of Wands. Well, don't you look lovely and relaxed? Very nice. King of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, and a 3 of Cups. So do they, actually. Nice. It's pretty good. Tower, the Hierophant, Knights of Wands. Well, that's a remarkable recovery. That is really good recovery. That's phenomenal. You have 4 of Wands. Okay, you shopping. No, I don't know. Where are you in terms of that 4 of Wands? It looks like, yeah, I could do some things. I could do some stuff with them. It's like I often say, 4 of Wands is how 2 people build into it. Some sort of relationship here. As far as I can tell, that is going to be, started, initiated soon. I don't quite know what the building structure looks like, but you're saying you're available to it, or you'd like to be available to it. You've done some good quality work in there, particularly where your heart is concerned, so I kind of believe you. You do look like you are relationship-oriented, or that you're ready to stabilize with somebody. But you look great. You look rested. You look self-assured, reassured, healed, ready to walk a particular path again in life and in love. The Hermit, Queen of Cups, 3 of Wands, you're so patient. You typically don't move fast. It's not an insult. Don't take it as one. You just don't. It's based on wisdom and years of experience. Okay? And I agree with you in this respect. The heart shouldn't be rushed anyway. If you say your heart's open, you're ready to give and receive love, there shouldn't be any rush on it anyway. You want the right one, right? You want to build something with the right one. So you want quality of heart, not just who will jump in there with you right away. Okay? But that's good. You have such a lovely, open, soft heart. You're listening to yourself intuitively. But yeah, a little bit of waiting, but it's more like anticipation. I want to build into something, and I want it to be correct. I want it to be correct for me, and I want that feeling to exist in someone else. Very good. King of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Three of Cups. I don't have too much from this person other than the fact that they strongly identify with responsibility, providership, okay? And they tend to be quiet, Four of Swords. Internalized. They work through things themselves, privately. They have a lot of responsibility, but it's Four of Swords, okay? They kind of value quiet, privacy, a quiet sort of dignity, a sense of self-worth. A sense of self-worth is attached to them as well. Three of Cups, however, they are open to connecting to you. They'd like to. They would. Okay. But I like how they have a solid sense of self, and their energy is so quiet when they're at home. It's so quiet. Like, do not disturb. I like that. Because I understand it. I don't know if you do, but I know I understand it. Do not disturb. It's quiet time. Yes. And Three of Cups. But yeah, they would love to connect to you. They would. I don't know how big the feeling is, but it's there. Hopefully that's enough for you. You said you want to start somewhere, and you're anticipating the good stuff. You want the good stuff. Okay, excellent. The Tower, the Hierophant, Knight of Wands. That's a hell of a turnaround. I don't know who it was. You, them, perhaps the both of you. I don't know. But somebody has recently been released from a commitment, I believe. It's kind of radical the way it just pops up. So that tells me it's up for discussion, I think, because it's just released so quickly. And then there's an energetic burst there, Knight of Wands, and it's like, I'm free. It's, I don't quite know how else to put it. I don't want it to sound obnoxious. But for somebody else that's been there, done that, I know about this. I'm aware of it. I've been released from it. It was a false commitment. The Tower of the Hierophant. A sense of spiritual commitment that shouldn't have been, or it took a long time to overturn. Okay. It's this idea that I was bound to this forever, but we come to find that that's not true. That was false. And the Knight of Wands, somebody's energy is so light and so free. And I can see where you two are expressing towards each other, but you're so calm. And they're so calm. You're so wise and experienced, and so were they. I can't tell where the excitement's coming from. That sense of freedom. Because that's some wild freedom, man. So I tell them the Tower of the Hierophant. Oh yeah, I was recently released from prison. What? But I don't mean it like that. It was a sense of I'll never be free of this, but that was a false construct with the Tower. Okay? So somebody's spiritual burden, false commitment was released, and it's so light. It's so light. You opened with the Four of Wands, so I'm tempted to say it's you, but I don't know. It's anybody's guess. But I'm happy to see that they would like to connect with you, yes. But they get quiet sometimes. But you seem like you're someone who's comfortable with silences too. I admire that in people. You know? I really do. That's the real thing in relationships. Can we be comfortable just being quiet together? Don't get me wrong, when it's time to be open and have fun, it's time to be open and have fun. Talk, celebrate, dance, karaoke, be the fool. I don't know. But when it's time to be quiet, it's time to be quiet. And just appreciate each other's existence. Oh. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm such a romantic. That's my natural reaction. Six of Cups, the Magician, the Star, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yes. Oh, we want this one. We do. If that's a pre-existing soul bond, I shouldn't be surprised. In other words, we might know them. It might be one that you've yet to meet, but it's idealized. It's what you had always hoped for, wished for. The upfront love, care, and support of someone who's very important to you, with literally the practices of longevity. The Star, the Ten of Pentacles, something that lasts forever, really. Just like stable forever in this lifetime and the next. I want that. I want this. You manifesting it. I see that. May it be. You want prosperity, growth, but also emotional stability of the highest order, right? There it is. That's beautiful. Oh. Oh. Someone's confused about how to open up or if they should. FYI. Page of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups. There's the idea of their pleasure, love, opening up for pleasure and love. Vulnerability, but how to go about it and if I should. Someone doesn't know if they should or how to. So there's some hesitation there. I don't know who it's coming from. I'm assuming it's them because I associate them immediately with a quiet sort of silence. I don't know how to proceed. It might need more direction. I don't know. I just see that at some point it connects. But there's confusion as to how to make that happen, or if they should at all. But there's a natural feeling from this person. It is romantic. I see that they want to connect with you, but there's confusion how to start this or how to respond. Specifically, what does that look like? The Emperor. Stubbornness. Oh, someone's waiting impatiently. Oh, where'd that come from? So there's a response. Something's been put out there already. I can't see it. It's so small. Maybe that's why they're confused. How do I respond to this, or do I respond to it at all? Okay, guys, I can only see the jump point when it starts to connect, but it looks like something was already released to generate activity, but there's confusion around response. God, this one's so specific right there towards the end, the details. Is that why you're waiting patiently? You anticipate relationship energy. Don't get me wrong. You'd like to build. Is that why you're waiting, though? Somebody doesn't know how to respond or if they should. I don't know why. I just know that when it's green, it's go. Shallow, hollow, empty, boredom. Where's that coming from? Boredom. Foundation. I saw that it was important desire for you. Shallow. The empty commitment. I feel like an empty commitment for somebody. It was boring. Boredom. It's not that. It's just empty. It felt like it didn't mean much. Whereas for you, I saw the manifestation is that it has to mean everything to me. I want the pure loving soul bond, and then also P.S. I want a foundation. I don't want it to be empty and hollow. I want it to be full of meaning and purpose, okay, and love. So that was an empty commitment, or it felt like an empty commitment. A mature woman. 6, this is either you, whom you wish to connect to, or possibly whom we parted ways with. I don't know. Mature woman, middle-aged, someone who should know better, nurturing. In other words, just have a sense of self and act from that space of sense of self. Maturity, love, grace, dignity, but is firm. Firm in one's home and family. Marriage. Concern. Where's that coming from? Are they concerns about marriage? I see the relationship energy with you. You were open to it, but I did see a commitment here that was false that ended. Somewhere in between the two, we have this idea of commitment, marriage, and concerns about what was, what's exited, and what will be, and is somebody with somebody else now. Okay. 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 Again, once more, I think whatever here is on the table needs more clarity, more of a prompt, because all I'm seeing is when it does connect, it becomes quite fluid after that. But we have a lot of concerns here about marriage status updates. Clearly for somebody that ended somewhere. But there is a weird sort of pressing concern in the background, like a pulse about availability. Oh my gosh, we're going F, X, everybody's getting the owls, wisdom, insight, observation, 2. They're both upright, 2 intelligent people, 2 very smart, open-minded people who can see things clearly. The Tree of Life foundation, okay, it's beautiful. I know you want those roots and you want them to have purpose, meaning. Okay, I know. I see that and I want that for you. I do. You speak to that and whoever this is speaks to that too. But the way of life is important to you. We have the medallion of Leo, Aquarius. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to other seasons. Might be important to you. We do have the star here. Sign of Aquarius. I don't know. I know people hate it when I do this. It's not when I do it, but that's the references, and I report the references. I might be looking at January. I don't know. Okay, Virgo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Capricorn, please. Show me Capricorn. Okay. 7 of Cups, Justice, 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, cool. Nice rhythm. The Empress, the Magician, and the 3 of Wands. Yeah. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Ace of Swords. It's your call, baby. You said you were open. Prove it. No, I know you're open, and I think you will prove it. But it's not me. It's to yourself. Nice swords. You taking action right now. You are on it. You are the definition of on it. Out the door you go. You busy. So 7 of Cups, Justice, 6 of Pentacles. Right now you're busy with keeping your priorities in order. You have a really good working rhythm, like I said. And on top of that, not only do you have a lot of things in play, and literally things are balanced beautifully, 3D, technically, spiritually, legally, however you want to put it. Everything just seems to be working out right now. It's like you got hit with a series of green lights. Don't you love that? I love that. There's 7 of Cups on top of all that, the stuff that's already functioning, the stuff that's already in place. You're also, P.S., keeping yourself open. To what? Well, according to the Capricorn I'm looking at, you don't need me to tell you. Do you need the tarot lady to tell you you're open to options of love? Yeah, you are. And if that's news to you, this probably isn't your reading, because you are out there living it, baby. I'm not saying you're living it up, but you are keeping yourself open to options. But it's really about your priorities at this time, and feeling good about that, and really meeting your needs, and, well, focusing on what matters. But yeah, P.S., you're open to options. The Empress, the Magician, 3 of Wands. Yeah. Yeah. We got someone crossing your timeline soon. They themselves are manifesting. They're equal. A new beginning. But they're not in a rush. But they're manifesting. It hasn't appeared just yet. Ace of Pentacles, Judgment, Ace of Swords. So when it does, you know what to do. Thank you, like always. You have such a way about your collective readings that really do get to the point, and I appreciate that so much because it doesn't happen often. Your energy just tends to be so self-assured in what it is you're doing, so when I see you in conflict, it's different. Okay, because when you're in conflict, Capricorn is in conflict. But when you're not, you're very much not. Smooth as silk, you know? I see that you appreciate the little things as much as the big things. You see to it all, and that's wonderful. It's beautiful. Those little things mean as much to you as anything else. Like I said, you're exploring options, but there's no rush on it, you know? You're well preoccupied. It's like I show up, I know what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, the Empress here, someone of VIP status, someone who's important, right? And the Emperor and Empress have a tendency to look for their equal. So this person has no problem then taking their time. They are in the position of waiting for the right one, the right opportunity. So that's not bad waiting, that's I anticipate good things. I anticipate good offers. I anticipate really solid new beginnings. So Ace of Pentacles, Judgment, Ace of Swords. Yeah, you will both have a judgment in recognizing each other and choosing each other in terms of forward thinking and best offer, you know. I know it looks practical, but this looks like a very important decision. Okay? It represents choice and the strength of one's choices. And choosing wisely. Okay. No, funnily enough, I'm not saying it as a job offer, although I could interpret it that way. Absolutely. I have no problem with that interpretation. If that's you, that's you. You just seem to be so content and well preoccupied with what you're doing. And I see someone who is yet to arrive. But it's almost like when you to connect, you recognize the decision in each other. Oh, this is going to be meaningful. Oh, this is significant. Okay? Yeah, but that's a new beginning running in both directions on Judgment. The Magician, King of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. There it is. Something that's real, but we feel strongly about. The Magician, King of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Again, make it real, realistic. Make it have value, make it have worth. May it be productive, but also I want to feel strongly about it. I want to be passionate for it. I want to be lit up for it. Could be connecting to fellow Earth. Even though that King of Wands is there, but the essence, that appreciation of building into 3D. Give me something realistic to work with, to take home, to work on, to be part of. Ten of Swords, Three of Cups, Ace of Swords. It's a choice. It's a choice to connect over this emotionally. I think you two share a bonding element that is the appreciation for the 3D, real working values. But you're both looking for inspiration. It's a choice. There's that choice again. Ace of Swords. To connect emotionally, despite misgivings. You two may not recognize the emotional quality in each other right away. And that's why choosing each other at the personal level may not be so obvious. You're both capable of doing a great deal. Whatever things you've been subject to or they've been subject to connect with this will be a choice. At first it might seem practical. At first it might come across as a safe bet because this is giving off really strong safe bet energy. But there's so much more emotional significance behind it. I told you, it doesn't feel like work. It really doesn't. You might both interpret each other as a solid character at the beginning. They're solid, I'm pretty solid. All right. Let's give this thing a shot. But it's like, you know what? I'm going to keep my expectations low. That's what it feels like. I'm going to keep my expectations low. My emotional expectations. But yet, nevertheless, someone desires so much more. You too. But it's like when you two connect, it is going to be a choice to choose each other. But it's like, I'm not going to get too excited about this. They seem like a solid bet, so let's give it a shot. It'll be one of the best decisions the both of you made. But the initial emotional attraction, possibly physical attraction, isn't obvious. I'm not saying that they aren't beautiful or handsome and vice versa. What I'm saying is you both approach each other logically, practically. You might both be coming from a place of safety based on what you've experienced in the past. I have to tell you, it might be one of the best decisions you've ever made. Them two. Karma, consequences, cause and effect, debts. Yeah. Consequences. I don't think you two are each other's karmic partners, no. It's the idea of learning from previous decisions. Knowing something good when you see it, even if you're not initially emotionally or physically attracted to them. Even if you're keeping your emotional expectations low, and so are they. It's something you both had to learn. I told you were both subject to that decision. Gosh dang it, I'm telling you. In some way, you both decided to break out of your norms and make different choices. And that's why you two are choosing each other from an intellectual and practical point of view. But it's so much more. Dude, did I call it or did I fucking call it? I'll tell you. Escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. I said we stop doing that, okay? Stop escaping, stop avoiding. So if you're going to choose clearly, okay? But no more escaping through, I don't know, attractive or emotionally toxic relationships or something like that, which is a form of escapism for a lot of people. Trying to build something out of nothing, out of la la land, out of fantasy land. And again, that's why you both are showing me reality. We want legacy, the tree of life. We want roots. The next time I choose, it'll be something stable. The main female. Yeah, there she is. That's our next root. The one that stays, though. I believe. We have that popped out, the Book of Wisdom. Virgo energy, a lot of healing. Some of you might have some very strong Virgo in your chart. Their medallion popped out as well. So you might have Virgo in your chart. Could be connecting to, or their season, which is upcoming, might be important to you. I told you there was a bit of a hold on this one. I'm not saying you have to wait. I'm saying there's a bit of a hold. They're still manifesting their direction. Okay? But that decision might be in time for Virgo season. Yeah. Okay, we also have the medallion of Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Yeah, a lot of water energy there. Okay, you might be connecting to any of these. You might have any of these very strong placements, etc. But lots of water. And then we have the dog tag here, keyword being protected. Some of you have a military background, but just please know that you're protected. It's a good decision. It's a protected decision. Okay, I didn't get any letters, so let's do that one more time. Just one, F. F. Pegasus, the freedom to choose, the flight, you have wings, please use them. The Ten of Pentacles, once more, Tree of Life. You want more stability, groundedness, and something that stays. Okay, that's in it for the long term. Dove, peace, yes, have peace on this. And then the medallion of Leo, same as before, keyword here being generous. Capricorn, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Scorpio, please. Show me Scorpio. Okay. Temperance. Page of Wands. Three of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Swords. The Magician. And the Nine of Cups. Okay. All right. Three of Swords. The Hermit. And the Lovers. Aw. And this is like, okay, scratching surface, scratching surface. Oh, we just got deep. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's what she said. Overview. Seven of Swords. Okay. Okay. Opening with a little bit of avoidance. That's not an accusation. Don't take it as one. We all experience it from time to time. It's like, I don't know what to do with this, so I'd rather not. Or I have doubts, I have misgivings, so I'd rather leave this alone. I'd rather not address it. I'm just going to quietly turn my back on it. Maybe leave it for another day. Maybe I never address it at all. But for a while there, you were showing me active avoidance. It's like, I'd rather not. You had your reasons. Perhaps you will show me. But by and large, Temperance, you needed time. You needed time. More time. How much more time? I don't know. Your initial reaction is avoid. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to acknowledge it. I just don't. I don't want to talk to this. I don't want to be a presence. I just don't. So you needed more time. Temperance, Page of Wands, Three of Pentacles. In time, you come around. Once more, I'm not telling you you have to. You choose to. That's the Scorpio I'm looking at today. Many of you are back here. You have not chosen to cooperate yet. You have not chosen to be friends with this yet. To partner up, to collab, or frankly just get along with it. Many of you are back here. I'd rather not. But you needed more time. I don't know why, but you do. You just need more time. But then you will open up in your own way when you're ready or when the timing's better. I don't know. But you needed more patience for yourself, more compassion, more healing before you felt okay to open up. I don't know. Maybe you needed more than time. Because eventually something for you stirred the pot. It says, okay, I think I can open up. It was just a little bit. And it's a wee bit, mind you. It's a wee bit. Okay, Page of Wands and Three of Pentacles. It's like I did something. I cooperated back. You're like, where I was coming from? That's a remarkable improvement. I don't know. But it is an improvement, yeah. I just hate it when people feel like they have to avoid stuff, and I get it. I do it too. We're not always in the headspace to address things. But I want you to, if you feel it's okay for you, it's safe, and you just needed more time or a little extra something. I'm not sure. Queen of Swords is the Magician, Nine of Cups. You know what? They're thinking about you quite a bit logically, rationally. I respect that. From a space of open manifestation. Again, I respect that. Nine of Cups. Personally, they have acknowledged, mentally and spiritually, that it would make them happy to connect with you, talk to you. So I respect it when people acknowledge what they're thinking and what they want. It makes the process easier on ourselves and with other people. So that's good. I love that. That's great acknowledgement. Okay. But they had to figure that out for themselves. I can't begin to emphasize that enough. That's self-knowledge, self-awareness. I had to learn that for myself. And that's true. When we're manifesting something, it behooves us to stop and understand why. If it's random or we're not fully acknowledging it, we're going to get screwed up results. So the more we openly acknowledge, I'm thinking about this, I want this, it means something to me personally, Nine of Cups, the more successful we'll be. So perhaps that helped, I don't know. Three of Swords, the Hermit, the Lovers. Long story short, there's heartbreak on both sides. There is. This is shared. Not true, it's not always shared, but this one is. The Lovers automatically makes it too. Yeah, there's heartbreak, but also healing. The Hermit. You both kind of grew into this connection, perhaps the hard way. You had to learn about it the hard way. You had to experience it the hard way. Heartbreak was definitely involved, but that's not the main feature here, folks. I hate it when people get stuck on this and they're like, it hurt, it hurt, it hurt. I want you to focus on that, the Hermit. Temperance. These are so much bigger than that Three of Swords. Okay? First, I saw the Scorpio needing extra time to understand they wanted to open up towards this in any sort of way, never mind a friendly way. Okay? You needed more time in and of your own right. They openly acknowledge that they want this. Perhaps that made the process for you easier. I don't know. But something acted as a turning point for you. Because prior to that, you were avoiding. And the Three of Swords, the Hermit, the Lovers, and then the healing takes place between two, which is beautiful. What happens after that, I don't know. But I see two people choosing it. Again, we love this the hard way. We got heartbroken over this the hard way. We had to heal over this the hard way. It's progress. It's progress. I don't know. Let's get some advice, guys, because I don't know if you are able to do more than a Three of Pentacles. I don't know if you two are able to reunite in a stronger way. Well, beyond the Three of Pentacles, I don't know why they openly acknowledge that they want this for themselves. I don't know. But I do know there's some beautiful healing here. And that ain't bad, right? But once more, tarot does not dictate action, you do. You get to choose. They get to choose. You both get to choose. We're all about choice. Even though it might feel like it's written in the stars. Choice. Choice to choose, said stars. Just because you're looking at them doesn't mean you're reaching for them. Remember that. This person says, I'm trying to reach for this. You're like, well, it took me a minute, but I'm here now. So I don't know, man. People are complex. You know? We're not always ready to line up on the same page. The Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Oh, wow. Ah, look at you. Look at that. The Wheel of Fortune, time has passed. Fast forward in the present day. Whatever this is caught up to King of Cups, Page of Wands. That's the feeling. A feeling. It's such a strong heart for this. Oh, you always have, haven't you? Yeah, what do you want? It's your lover. I'm not saying you open your heart to everybody, but after all this time, even in the smallest of ways, your heart still opens towards them, and maybe that's why you needed more time. Maybe it pissed you off, understanding that, or feeling it. I'm not trying to laugh at you, honey, I never. That's just, I know what. As Scorpio, it's like I gotta claim these fucking feelings. After all these years. Awesome. I'm not saying you have to. But your heart is still, you are who you are. You love how you love. You always have. I'm not saying you still have to be in love with them. But your heart's too big. Your heart's just too big. You know? You have a beautiful heart. King of Swords, three cups, the Hanged Man. They've had so much time. They've had a lot of time to think about this. Like, a lot. King, Queen of Swords, they might have a lot of air in their chart. They could just straight up be air sign, but that focus is... It's almost scary, that focus. They look so intently. 3 cups, the Hanged Man. There it is again. So that's how they got on board with this. Understanding they want to manifest this, because, like, I keep thinking about it, so it must mean something. I guess I want this. I guess I want this. I keep looking at it. I keep wanting to bring it together. What does that tell me? Okay. It's intense, dude. It's intense. It's like, look at that. Jesus. The eyes on that one. Stares. Over here, okay. But man, we've had a lot of time to think about this. Well, good. That means by now we should know what we want. Okay? I don't know. Maybe that was the turning point for you. It's acknowledged. Maybe. Oh, love. Love. My best friend and greatest enemy. Oh, love. Well, I know. Fuck it, it is what it is. You know, that's just, it is what it is. It's either who you are or it's not. It either love or it ain't. Commitment for some of you, yes. Perhaps in time. Commitment, Hierophant energy, doesn't have to be. But there's that, perhaps a spiritual sense of commitment here, promise fulfilled. Knowing we want this, pledging ourselves to it in some way, making a promise towards it in some way. Or, again, the official yes or the official no. That's what commitment is. Do you understand who you are? Core values. You're either living up to them or you're not. We're either saying yes to this in a way that we understand and we take full ownership of, or we're not. I'm not going to lie. Their focus to understand they want to bring this together. Okay. So that's some really intense focus. Oh, shut up. Only you. Oh. Attached, devoted. Yeah, there's a sense of emotional devotion, spiritual devotion, bare minimum. I see the emotional loyalty all but leaking out of you. But that's, only you. Oh my, only I. That's intimidating, man. That person's eye is intimidating. And I don't mean the intuitive eye, I mean the observant eye. It's so intense. I don't squirm too much, but even I'm like, I don't, nervousness, In certain companies, sure. But let me tell you, that one's like, well, you have an intense stare, my friend. Okay. I'm not saying... It just, the focus, though, is unreal. Seriously. Okay. The privileged lady, that's either you or them. This is the person of importance, kind of ripe for the picking, a catch, quite the catch. Privileged lady is a double-edged sword to me. You know, there's those who earn that privilege and those who are born into it. So I don't know which one you are, but the idea is that somebody here is a catch. We have a decision, crossroads, excuse me, doors, A, B, left, right. We do have a decision here, number 22. Yeah, you both do, don't you? It's a choice to heal. It's a choice to work things out. And what happens after that, I don't know. I think for some reason it's coming across as a remarkable feat for you that you're like, upon reflection, I can cooperate. Oh, but look at that heart. Look at that heart. Look at that heart. R, T, P, B, N. We have the jellyfish, the long-reaching tentacles. We feel many things and deeply. Scorpio, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's up for Pisces? I just heard, are you a good fish or a bad fish? Famously, of course, in reference to, are you a good witch or a bad witch? But I heard fish. Are you a good fish or a bad fish? Well, I suppose that depends on how you swim. What's going on? Ace of Cups. Ten of Pentacles, Magician. Oh, well, you look like a good fish to me. All right. Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. What's that? Sorry. Page of Cups, Six of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Sometimes I have no poker face. I don't know. I have such immediate reactions to things. Oh, and sometimes I show nothing at all. But some of the times when it's just on my face. Six of Pentacles. Yeah. You're maintaining the balance. You got a lot going on. You know, you got a foundation. You got a lot of priorities to see to. You've got a lot of back and forth, but it's good stuff. It's functional. It's all highly functional. It all serves a purpose. You are clearly devoted to your community, your network, your connections, your family. This includes work too. It's very busy in there, but it's a happy busy. It is a happy busy. You look healthy. You look happy. You look like a strong contributing member to everything that you're part of. Beautiful. Well done. You don't stay idle too long. But everything you do from love of the heart. And speaking of heart, you are summoning. You are summoning more love, I believe, for yourself personally. But to keep things in harmony. To keep things in balance. You know, this is a good thing I got going on. Let's keep that going. But also, P.S., maybe we can include a little more. Yeah, you want more. But also, I want to keep what works, too. I love that you love your life and that you love what you do. You look great. Such a strong presence. I can see a lot of people look to you. All right, Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, less decided. A lot less decided. Someone is confused about whether or not they should join you. That's unfortunate. Or continue to contribute or invest. I don't think they're questioning you, but perhaps their own sense of worthiness to give to this, or should they? The answer seems to be no, and that's okay. You already told me you want in your life the balances that work. Okay? that means they give to you as much as you give to them. And if someone is seriously questioning that much their ability to give to you and everything that you got going on and contribute and step up in a major way, then honey, they probably can't. And that has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with themselves. They might see it that way. I don't know if I can contribute to what Pisces has got going on. But it's really, when you question your own sense of self-worth, you're going to come back with, I don't have much to give or spare. Okay? You got a good thing going. It seems to me that it's bizarre anybody would question their investment when it comes to what you're doing, but they don't want to be part of it, then they don't want to be part of it. You can't make someone, and you really don't want someone to be there who doesn't want to be there. If they honestly believe they can't contribute or step up, they're not gonna. It doesn't matter how much love you give them or how much you pep talk them. Someone who's not prepared to give more because they have their own issues about self-worth, they're not going to, so don't expect it. And I don't think you are, but just in case you were hoping to incorporate more from this person or that they would be a stronger presence in your life, just in case, I want you to know it has nothing to do with you. You're a quality person. You have a lot to offer. I'm not saying you're perfect, but I do want you to know you got a lot of quality goods in there. And the people who surround you think similarly. Okay? Page of Cups, Six of Wands, Five of Pentacles. You know, this has a lot to do with abandonment issues and anti-confidence and what this person can contribute. Again, I think you know this. But if you're offering someone a role and they decline and they say, I can't do it, believe them. Now, it's one thing when a friend's talking to you and he's like, Pisces, do you think I could do this? And you're like, hell yeah, you can do that. Like I said, you can show someone love and pep talk them as much as you want. If they don't really believe it, they won't step into it. Okay? It breaks your heart a little bit, yeah. Particularly your confidence. I think you thought this person was capable of doing so much more, but they don't see that in themselves. And that's where it counts. Everything begins with the self. I don't want to hear a word against your balances or your foundation. I don't want to hear a word against it. Well, I don't like how you're doing this, or I don't like it. It has nothing to do with you. I promise you this. I think this person has probably a history, small or substantial, of not knowing a good investment when they see one. Okay? You are definitely a safe bet. And you're a loving bet, too. I want to know what it is, however, in the general sense you're trying to pull more towards you. I know you were hoping this person would give more and that they would... But you kind of get it, right? You sensed or felt or understood that anti-confidence coming from them. Let's get some advice, please. I don't know who this is, guys. Somebody who doesn't believe in what you're doing, or they just don't want to show up and do work or invest more or be part of this, what looks like an extraordinary effort and balance and community and contribution. You have such a wonderful symphony here of activities and contributors and players, and in fact you're so comfortable with it, you love it so much, you want more. So don't invite brokenness into your life, because they'll take and not give. Okay? But I think you gave him a shot. I really do. Page of Pentacles, Strength, Six of Pentacles. You weren't, oh bless you, you weren't asking for a lot. Oh honey. Some effort, just dig deep. I know you can do it, so-and-so, I know you can do it. You can show up on time, you can put in that extra 10 hours, you can do this, you can invest in that. Just a little strength, a little strength, a little discipline. You'll be able to do it. Look at me. Look at all these success stories in here. It's not just my story, it's other people's stories, and you could be connected to it also. I don't know, honey, but you just a little more effort. A little more effort, but honey, no. 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 If someone's convinced they can't contribute once more, okay? They're not gonna. Or they shouldn't. Because even if they did, in some way they'd eventually undermine their own effort due to feelings of disbelief in themselves. Or rather, not believing in themselves. Page of Swords. 7 is so deflective. Honey, they want to go, let them. They don't, just let them go. Page of Swords, 7-1. They don't want to be there. It's such a small mind. They didn't question it too deeply for too long. Okay? That little old Page of Pentacles, you got it. You got strength. You can do this. I want you to be part of this. It's your time to rise and shine. Prosper with me. And I'm like, nope. Such a small mind. Once more, had nothing to do with you. Understand this. Guys, I've been in that position. I don't know what your foundation is. I know you want more of what you got that works. I don't blame you for that. It looks great. I know what it is to pass opportunities to others, or just not even opportunities, just to get in on something. And it's they humor it for all of 2 seconds. And you see the potential in them, but honey, you got to fall for proof, not potential. If somebody discounted it from day one or barely put thought into it, you already had the answer. I do, however, want to see more of what you're manifesting. Let them go. Such a small mind, such a small spirit. That's something that they need to work on, but if they always keep their mind small, they're not going to work on it anytime soon. Oh, God. They just went, no, I'm out of here. Okay. Okay, truth is some of you would like to incorporate more personal love. Okay, well, at the rate you're manifesting and given everything you're connected to, I think that's just a matter of time. That's a little bit more of the personal element I was picking up on. I have no doubt that will be with you in time. Okay? It looks like you are well preoccupied. So this wasn't a love reading. No. This is I'm trying to believe in you, and I hope you see that reading. But yeah, you want a little more love for yourself on the personal side. In time. Apology. They might say I'm sorry before completely declining or moving. I don't know. Releasing. They made it very clear they don't want to participate. I'm sorry, but I just can't. I don't have the strength. I don't have the will. I just don't want to, or I don't believe in it, but I really don't believe in myself is what they should be saying, but they can't. Not yet. Apology, releasing the foundation. I can't do my part. I'm sorry. I can't step up to this. I'm sorry. I can't do what you do. I don't think you were ever, I know you were never asking them to do what you do. But they saw that little bit of strength it would take to balance, and they cut out. There you go. 18, loyalty. Oh, you were trying to show this person loyalty and concern. 18, harshness of the wit. They just saw it as an entrapment, or you being hard or firm on them. That's unfortunate. It was loyalty. You took a chance. You rolled the dice. You had an idea then that this might happen. Okay. You didn't want it to, but you had the idea. 11, 18, 39. We have the letters B, V, Q, G. We have the dolphin. This is a go your own way. Okay, but you clearly are a part of a pod, but this one, no, this one's on your own, not with them. Palm hand, sign of spirituality, Hierophant. You might have some Taurus in your chart, but it's like this is a core value for you. Okay, and you expressed it, and it was declined. Think of it that way. We have the owl, great wisdom, insight, understanding, knowledge, time of Cancer, now. I think it's the season we're looking at, yes. But some of you might have some very strong Cancer in your chart or could have been connecting to. You know what this reminds me of, guys? I remember once I knew this to be true for somebody. They got hired at the most impossible year, one of the most impossible years. It was like 2020, an impossible year. It was a golden opportunity that all but fell in that person's lap. Right? But they have self-esteem issues. Like, this shouldn't be my opportunity. This is too good to be true. There's no way I can trust it. No one else got this opportunity at one of the worst time in human histories. Why would I get it? That's what they're thinking. The external excuse was, it starts at 8 a.m. I can't do the morning. It's just too hard. Don't ask me to give that. There was the external excuse, which was nothing. And then there was the internal noise, which was everything. Because they honestly couldn't believe that that would happen for them, to them. The thought put into it was nothing. Rejected it. And we're talking pay, benefits, stable hours. All we had to do was dig deep and just give to the most basic balance. That's what I'm looking at here. Self-esteem, one's idea of self-worth, plays into everything we accept and everything we don't. The things we maximize and the things we minimize. The stuff that could be everything we insist is nothing sometimes because of how we understand, we perceive ourselves and all that. I think you get it. So again, when I'm telling you it has not to do with you, I hope you understand that. Anyway, Pisces honey, put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Cancer, please. What is going on? Chariot, you. Yay. All right, Knights of Swords, Ten of Wands. Oh, okay, you are on your way. Woo, look at you. King of Cups, the Lovers, Ten of Cups. Okay. Eight of Wands, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups. Oh. Yeah, Six of Cups. Not a casual connection. Not by a long shot. No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh at you. It's like, Cancer, honey, with the complexity already. You're like, what? It is what it is. Read the cards. Do your job. Yeah, well. Thanks. All right, Six of Cups, soul bond. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, so someone of the past, someone whom we've known a long time, we're very familiar with in soul, spirit, emotion. It has that unique undercurrent between you and this person that makes the both of you terribly unique to each other. Not necessarily other people, but definitely with each other. And you're feeling it. You're feeling it now. And you're on the go. Let me make this clear. The Cancer I'm looking at, you're on the go. Right now in Cancer season. You're like, I'm about to do something, Christina, and I'm doing it now. FYI, just letting you know I'm doing it right now. It's hard, though. But I'm going to do it. Should I do it? Well, I'm already doing it. So, you don't need my permission. You already look like you're halfway out the door, if not on the road. Now, in the chariot season, I do it again. I say it every time. I do the same thing to you and Libra. Every time I say justice, like, oh, justice, Libra season. It's just so strongly identified in my mind. Cancer chariot. Anyway, it's happening now. Knights of Swords, Ten of Wands. Like, you're on it. You're like, this is difficult. This is hard for me. But I'm doing this. You're showing up with a great deal of focus, energy, speed. but with the anticipation that this will not be the easiest task. You have someone in your spirit, on your mind. It's almost like you're showing me they need me. And maybe you're right, because there's a sense of urgency there. But you anticipate difficulty a little bit. Yeah, 10 of Wands. It's interesting because whom you're rushing to looks cool as a cucumber. Like, they chill. King of Cups, the Lovers, 10 of Cups. They love you. They love you very much. The Lovers is at the heart of the reading, like literally at the heart of the reading. So they recognize your emotional importance to them. Your two strong spiritual union. It's like, oh yeah, that's my lover. Yeah, I know who that is. And 10 of Cups. It's interesting because you're showing me urgency. This is going to be hard. They need me, or you have the idea that they might need me. Emotional support. And they're like, oh, no, harmonized. We're harmonized. It's cool. Everything's cool. You know, I love you. I'm deeply connected to you. It's good. It's good. The ease around this person's heart and their comfort level towards you. I was like, I'm fine. Or but like you, they have such a strong heart. They're so comfortable with it. But they're saying, for all intents and purposes, emotional harmony, balance, we're cool. Ace of Wands, 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. But regardless, we had to talk and find out. There's something here about the exchange that's critical. There's some line of communication here. Something needs to get cleared up. You're showing me urgency. This could be critical. They're showing me, I love you. We're cool. I don't. What's going on? What? But that's what we need to find out. Communication's off. This I see. Apparently there's a non-response. I don't know what happened there. It looks like there's a glitch in the matrix. I don't know. But 8 of Cups and 7 of Cups, something's off with the communication. It shows up, but then it disappears. So something's wrong. Something's off. There was a misfire, miscommunication, lost communication. I don't know. But it shows up, then it disappears. And I think that's... Oh, is that why you're concerned? Oh, that's why you're concerned. I was like, oh, my soul bond needs me, my person needs me. They're not talking, or something weird's happened. You have the idea something's off, and you admit this might be difficult, but you're going to find out. Oh, okay, well, I admire that. I admire your effort. I really do. That's some strong will there. Well, I mean, you know, it's you. When you're concerned, it shows. And here we go. I mean, it's very Cancer. That's Cancer 101. When I'm concerned, I go. It's very you. That's the Chariot. That's what it is. It suggests that there's no confusion. There is no deviation. You have one clear path, and your heart beats there. And the Knight of Swords is the actual focus to back up the intent behind it. So when I'm telling you, you just went full pedal on that. You know, that's no joke. Yeah. So it did kind of look like an emotional rescue, but from your perspective, something's wrong. As far as I can tell, the only thing that's wrong is a misfire in the communication. There's notes here of emotional absence, non-response, or something's off in this person's tone. It's like, why do you sound like you're kidnapped right now? Something like that. I don't quite know. Or there's no communication at all. I don't know what happened there, but something... I don't know. We're going to have to talk to this or take action towards it to find out. All I can tell you is that's big chill, bro. Like, I mean, the Gemini energy aside, by all rights, I think you're talking about a fellow water sign here. You know, they look happy. They look happy. They look healthy. They got a big old heart there. They say all is well. God, honey, the way you're rushing out the door, I was concerned. Like, I was really, and so are you. That's the point. You're concerned. Like, oh, my soul bond needs me. And maybe you're right. I don't know. But I think a little bit more communication or clearer lines of communication might extract what happened. All I see is emotional reassurance. Well, that was nice. I just... complexity, though. But your emotional reaction is so strong. It must have been way off. It's like I never not hear from them. There's always a response from this person. I don't know. But gosh, I tell you what, your two's connection is very deep. It's very deep. I feel like you two have crossed timelines many times. Judgment. 4 Cups. We have a lesson here that some of you have taken this lesson to heart over the years. That if something feels very wrong, you act on it. Don't ignore the unhappiness. Answer the call to it. Respond to it. It's best not to let things sit. If you are personally unhappy or you strongly suspect someone else is, listen to that. Don't ignore it. Address it. I don't know. But we've had some very strong lessons in that. Responding. In terms of responding. But above all, if you understand something's very upset, critically unhappy, be it yourself or someone whom you're deeply connected to, don't ignore it. Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Oh, for a while there we didn't do anything with that. Okay. And time got away from you, or you held off as long as you felt you could or should. But then the pressure started to build up. Okay. You tried not to jump to conclusions. Is that what that is? But you couldn't keep ignoring that weird feeling that something was off. I don't think you're wrong. I don't. But if anything, judgment call, abide by your lessons, do what feels right. All I can tell you is that they acknowledge you immediately. I don't... After we clear up the confusion. Anything else here, please? I honestly don't know what else to say, Cancer, honey. I've just... the energies are huge. They're so huge. But the time and space that it's occupying looks like it's fine. 4 of Wands. Yeah, some sort of relationship here, guys. I see it's a precious connection. I get that. And you have a very strong feeling towards it, and likewise. Same for them. But there's something about this 4 of Wands, this relationship, and that's how 2 people built into it, where there was always this underlying point, the communication value, no matter how small, no matter how minuscule or offbeat it was, there was always a standard response. And you didn't like the non-response or the tone's off or something's weird. Okay? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But that's why you're rushing out the door. Just don't hurt yourself, okay? Gosh, I thought you were going to like this, that, and the other. It feels like this, that, and the other, doesn't it? It's such a strong connection to you. It's so strong. Memories. Oh. Yeah, I know. There's that nostalgia again. Memories. I know. You two used to be inclined or intertwined in that way. I don't think you are now, but you used to be. And you two have developed an understanding over the years that when one person talked, the other person said something. I don't know. To be clear, I'm seeing an intimate connection of the yesteryears. But they love you. today. They have such a strong, mature heart. They have no problem saying that. I love you as much today as I did yesterday. Something like that. Not everybody's like that. I get that. I know. Not everybody's like that. And some people really do live up to the King and Queen of Cups value. It's in my heart. I acknowledge it. That's just who I am. But you two just have this understanding. That's how your two's relationship was built. Or how it's played out the way it's played out. I don't know. But that would explain why you held off for a bit. Twin flame, if you believe in that, that's cool. Not everybody does. Myself, personally, I'm not a big fan. But I do believe in soulmates. I do believe in soul bonds. Twin flames is not the same idea. That's a very elaborate runner-chaser dynamic that I think is hyper-contextualized. But I do believe in the strength of bonds, yes, that are unique, and you can't replicate them. But yes, if you must, mirroring shared feelings. I don't know how your two's relationship was built, and I don't think it's present-day active intimately, no. But you two have an understanding that when somebody talks or says something, the other person responds. Okay, that's enough. I can't keep digging, guys. I can't until there's more here to work with. I can only do so much. But God, there's so much freaking energy on this table, literally, and the table in real life with you and this person. Gosh. Sudden wealth courthouse. Oh. FYI, somebody might have been a little tied up to the courts. It looks like it's positive. That it might be very preoccupying. It might have to do with wealth and the legal system. Documents, getting things in order. Getting one's business and monies in orders is something is coming to fruition for somebody, and that might have been very preoccupying. That might be why you haven't heard from. I don't know. Maze, what's going on? It's time. It's time. Listen to the clock, honey. Maze, I don't know what's going on. I put this off long as I could. What's going on? Time. It's time. 37, 43, 11, and 23. We have L. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said L. That's not here. Z, B, T. We have the lotus flower. For some of you, lotus flower might be confirmation, and it's also the beautiful unfolding of something that on surface doesn't make sense until it does. It unfolds. We have the captain's wheel, which is a combination of Wheel of Fortune and the world. Time moves forward always, but sometimes it feels it goes backwards, as we see. And we connect to the past, and doors open and close in the meantime. You two have a certain way that's unfolded over time. And that's what I mean by relationships. They're not always straightforward. It's how two people built into them. Okay. We feel like this person's not protected or you're not protected. Something here doesn't feel safe. Protection's in reverse. And I think that's why you go rushing in, to be honest. You wonder if they're okay. It looks like they are. I grant you the communication's off, but yeah, it looks okay. But anyway, I hope this helped you. Cancer honey, put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.